Golf has always had its legends, and it's usually players defined by control, discipline, and polished precision. But then came Sahith Theegala, a man who doesn't play by the book, swings with raw instinct, and turns every hole into a performance. Because golf has seen champions, but never a showman quite like this. And in just a few short years, this first-generation Indian American has made his mark not by blending in, but by standing out. While others played safe, Sahith Theegala dared, and in daring, he outshined some of the best golfers on the PGA Tour. Sahith Theegala was born in 1997 in Orange, California. His parents, Muralidhar and Karuna, were immigrants from India, carrying with them the traditions and values of their Telugu heritage. Golf, in many ways, was not supposed to be his story. It is a sport dominated by a particular image: private clubs, generational wealth, premium academies. Sahith's upbringing in Chino Hills didn't quite fit that mold. But what he did have was a father who believed in him unconditionally. His dad, Murli, became his guiding force, supportive, loving, and present at every practice session. His mom, Karuna, was equally supportive. Together, they helped shape a foundation where Sahith could dream big without fear. And it did not take long for those dreams to turn into reality. At Pepperdine University, Sahith wasn't just good, he was the best. In 2020, he did something only a handful of golfers in history have achieved. He won the Haskins Award, the Ben Hogan Award, and the Jack Nicklaus Award, the three biggest honors in college golf. He carried Pepperdine into the national spotlight, leading a lesser-known program and turned them into contenders against the biggest college golf powerhouses. His scoring average and clutch performances made him one of the most talked-about players in the college game. But what made Sahith different wasn't just the trophies. It was how he played. Golfers are often molded into robotic consistency. Sahith didn't look like that. His swing was unorthodox, partly due to the scoliosis in his back, and partly because of his feel-first approach. But instead of being a weakness, it became his signature. This is where Sahith Theegala separates himself from the pack. Most golfers stick to the safe formula: Sahith, fairway, green, 2 putts. But Sahith plays differently. He is not afraid to go for shots others would never try. Bold shot shapes and tricky recoveries, the kind of plays that get the crowd buzzing. Even his peers noticed. Scottie Scheffler, world number 1 and one of golf's most consistent forces, once said in a PGA Tour feature, "He has a great ability to move the ball a bunch of different ways. He has the ability to get it pinned that not many other people can get at." Think about that. The best golfer in the world acknowledging that Sahith could hit shots most pros couldn't beat. And Sahith doesn't just play shots, he connects with people. He pumps his fist, celebrates big moments, chats with the crowd, and loves having his family and friends nearby. Anyone who has watched him on tour has likely spotted his dad walking alongside the ropes, supporting him at every event. That family presence, his parents cheering him on, celebrating his highs and consoling him in the lows, is part of what makes Sahith's journey feel so personal and relatable. Even away from the course, fans and media have noticed his humility and easygoing personality. Interviews show a player who jokes, smiles, and stays grounded, making him relatable, as opposed to most golfers who are viewed as too stiff. In a sport usually known for keeping emotions hidden, Sahith isn't afraid to show how he feels. For decades, golf has rewarded players known for their calm focus and quiet play, who dominated with a steely mask. But Sahith? He's not afraid to show you how much it means to him, and the fans love him for it. Because for once, golf feels less like math and more like magic. For all his flair, many still asked a simple question. He had come close to winning so many times, but could Sahith actually close out a PGA Tour win? And of course, he proved that he could. In September 2023, At the Fortinet Championship in Napa, California, Sahith Theegala finally broke through. After years of knocking on the door with runner-up finishes and heartbreaking near misses, he blew past the field. His fearless play wasn't just entertainment, it was a commanding performance. His first PGA Tour victory cemented what many already suspected. He wasn't just a showman, he was a winner. That victory didn't just validate his style, it propelled him up the world rankings. At his best, Sahith has been ranked as high as world number 11, proof that he doesn't just have flair, but also consistency at the very highest level. And this was not some solitary achievement either. At the Masters 2023, the biggest stage in golf, Sahith produced one of the tournament's most viral shots, a miraculous chip-in on the 16th hole that sent the crowd into a frenzy. He finished tied for 9th, but his fearless Sunday run stole headlines from legends who had far more experience. Before that breakthrough, he had already shown flashes of brilliance. At the Waste Management Phoenix Open in early 2022, he held the lead coming to the 17th, but his bold tee shot found the water, costing him a chance at victory. He still finished tied for 3rd, showing he could go head-to-head with the best. Later that summer at the Travelers Championship, he thrilled fans again, making highlights like an eagle on the par 5 13th before finishing in a tie for 2nd, just behind Xander Schauffele. These close calls proved his game had both brilliance and resilience. Then, in 2024, he earned a spot on Team USA for the President's Cup, an honor that showed the tour not only loves his personality, but trusts his game on the biggest stages. He held his own in Montreal, going undefeated in his matches. By now, Sahith Theegala has proven he is not just another player on tour. He represents something bigger. He is one of the first prominent Indian-American golfers to break through at this level, carrying with him the pride of an entire community that has long been underrepresented in the sport. For young kids of color watching, he's proof that golf doesn't have to look one way, sound one way, or swing one way. But it's more than his Indian heritage that he is representing. He also represents a shift in culture. Sahith is changing the way fans experience golf. He's showing that emotion belongs in the game. That instinct and creativity are just as powerful as mechanics and discipline. That joy matters. And in doing so, he is reminding the world that safe golf might keep you respectable, but it's daring golf that makes you unforgettable.